How to make your kick hit harder in FL Studio Part 3. This particular series exposes the stock plugins you already have that you can use to help your kick puncher and hit harder in FL Studio. So, quick one. If you are interested in audio mentorship and you like to know more and increase your knowledge step by step in beat making, music production, recording, mixing, and mastering, irrespective of anywhere you are in the world, do well to contact me using the link in the description of this video. So, quick one. We're going to be in this video, I'm going to be showing you two major stock plugins you have already that can also help you to achieve helping to make your kick hit harder in FL Studio. So, one of the stock plugins you already have that will be featuring right now is the Fruity Transient. So, the first thing you're going to do after getting into your DAW, you're going to link your kick to your mixer. So we'll come right here and I'm going to link my kick to the mixer. So as you can see, I've already linked the kick to the mixer. So make sure you follow this video step by step. So after linking your audio to the mixer, then you come right here to the slots where you add your effects, and you're going to come down straight to transient processor. So we're going to add the transient processor. So this is exactly how the transient processor look like. Then why is it called transient processor? First of all, you have to understand that if transient is very present in your kick, there is a tendency that it may occupy space and your kick may not have that body to be able to be puncher. So transient is also part of dynamic when your sound is very dynamic. So to be able to get that body and that weight and that punch, then you should be able to manage the transient. And let me show you a practical example of transient. So we'll come right here. So you can see. So this is the sound I have right here. So this particular spike you see right here on this particular sound is the transient. Also this. That immediate spike you have at the beginning is the transient. And this is the body right here. So this long one right here is the transient. Then this right here is the body of the sound. Then this other long one is the what? The tail of the sound. This too is a transient. So that's big spike you have at the beginning of your sound. Then this other dense area is what? The body. And this other side is called the tail. So this is also a transient. So sometimes when you properly manage your transient very well, you are going to increase the density and the body of your kick. And that helps it to make it more punchier in your project. So this particular transient processor actually does the same thing. So the transient processor is a tool to process the transient of your audio to be able to increase and build in that density and that body to help that particular kick to be punchy in your speaker. So I'm going to show you step by step how to use it right now. So this is our kick right here. So this first knob that you see here is more like a filter. So a filter in the sense that it's a little bit act like a high pass and also a low pass filter. So I'm just going to add to push it. I'm going to bring it back right here. So if you notice, the transient we have in this particular kick is that sharp spike you hear. So that is the transient we have right there. And we're going to be using this transient processor to be able to manage that. So this attack actually takes care of that particular transient. Then this release button takes care of the tail, which is the body of the kick. Let me show you an example. Right here, this spike you are seeing right here could be transient, and this other is the body, and this side is the tail. So we're going to use this particular transient to shape this particular signal to help you achieve that punchy result that you desire. So when the kick is coming through the inputs of this particular splitter, is actually acting like a minim filter. Now I'm going to bring this down, and the moment I bring this down, you're going to be noticing something. So if you look right here, you see this is the transient of the kick, right? As you can see, the moment I take this particular attack down, it has started attacking and taking down the transient of the kick. and you notice that that sharp edge that you're hearing from the sound is no longer too perceived or there. So I'm going to take it back so you can hear that sharp peak on that kick, and that is the transient, right? So I'm going to take this attack down. So this is the visualizer. So this is a visualizer right here. So you can see this particular attack is bringing down the transient, and the space that this transient would have occupied would have not enabled give room for you to be able to build enough density and body to the kick. So as you can see, it is beginning to bring down the transient, right? So you can also use this particular tool to shape in the body, also the frequency that you want. So if you're using a headphone, you will be able to hear it very well. The moment I pulled this in, it was more like a low pass filter. It reduces the tail and it increases the body a little bit. So as you can see right here, you see that the attack is actually docking down and controlling the transient, right? So now that the attack is already working on the transient, what do we need to do? So this particular button here is a saturator um, built-in plugin that is here. So this particular knob here, there is a saturation inside, and when you add the saturation, it helps to give it more density, more body, so that it can give it that density and that weight that you aspire in your speaker. So I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to bring it up. So if you can hear the difference, you can see the light. This light is actually on. You can see it simply means that it's already activated and is processing. So this is the saturation button. Then on the balance here is also like a mini filter that helps shaping the signal to the taste that you want. So you hear the difference. It gets more deeper the more I pull this down, and the body of the kick increases. Now I'm going to pull it on the right side, and you're going to hear another shape of the signal. So if you notice, you discover that the body, which is the low end, actually reduced and it was having more high end. So this is actually acting a little bit of a filter to help manage the frequency depending how you want it to be. So if you feel that the kick, the low end is too much, you can actually use this to shape in the frequency. But if it's not, or you feel your high end is too much, all you do is to pull it downward to reduce the length, to reduce detail, and to help give you that body. So what we are actually doing here, actually using this knob to actually build in more body, increasing, reducing the transient, using the splitter to shaping the frequency, using the attack to bring down the transient, right? Then using this knob split balance to bring in more of the body, to reduce the high end and to give it more body, then using this drive to put in saturation to give it more density. So you can understand the process. Then with this, you can hear that the kick is more denser and heavier. So with this release here, we're going to be reducing. Is also acting like a filter to help manage both the low end and the high end. Watch. So there's a little bit of introducing the um, the high end a little bit to make it a little bit more flexible. So now that we've already gotten the body that we're looking for, then what are we going to do next? Is to bring in what? The gain. So here is the gain. So we're going to do before. Here is before, and here is after. So if the gain is not enough, all you simply do is to do what? Is to increase this gain knob, right? So this is before, and this is after, and this is after. So guys, so this is basically on how to use the transient to do what? To increase the body, the density, and to make your kick punchier in FL Studio. So for the purpose of this video, not too long,